What's going on, folks? CastleCrag back today with the greatest of weapon overviews for Monster Hunter Wild. That's right. We're talking about the Greatsword. My baby. My favorite weapon in the game. My main weapon for pretty much, not quite my entire Monster Hunter career. I did start with the hammer. I know. But at least it was the hammer, right? Not like, long sword. I jest. Anyways, we're going to get into this. If you've already watched my hunting horn video, which should be up before this one, you'll know I've already watched this. So I do have some thoughts. It has been a little bit, so it'll be kind of a reaction. I do, they showed this, a lot of the Greatsword gameplay, or at least a decent chunk of it, maybe half of it at least, in the initial trailer that they released back in, was it June? I think it was back in June. The surprise, PlayStation showcase, just all of a sudden, hey, here's Monster Hunter. What? Nobody expected it then. There are some people that were dead set that it was going to be there, and I absolutely did not think. I didn't expect to see anything until Gamescom. And now we've got a bunch of videos leading up to Gamescom. I wasn't expecting these either. Kudos to the marketing team. I'm curious because the way they're leading this up, it's like, hey, one video every day, one for each weapon every day until the Gamescom release. Crossing my fingers. Maybe. Just maybe. 15th weapon reveal at Gamescom? If it doesn't happen then, it'll never happen, I think. For this game. Maybe the expansion. I doubt it. It doesn't seem like an expansion thing to add a new weapon. Maybe it is. I don't know if they've ever done that before outside of maybe Frontier. Added a weapon in some kind of an expansion. But, I mean, they are taking Frontier ideas now, so it's still possible. I want a 15th weapon. Not because I need it. I'm still probably going to be a Greatsword main. But it just feels like it's time for a new weapon, something different. They are changing some of these weapons in a noticeable way, though. So, I mean, we'll let them cook, for sure. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and start watching this Greatsword video. As before, I'm going to remain quiet throughout the first showing here, and then we'll go through and analyze kind of what my thoughts are on each thing. We'll try and, a couple times we'll go frame by frame or skip a couple seconds here and there. Just going to go with a pretty nice video here on the, again, greatest of weapons. Oh, before we get started, if y'all could leave a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff that every YouTuber everywhere asks for. We do appreciate it. It is very nice. It's very helpful, honestly. The more you do that, the more my video gets viewed, the more it encourages me to make more content for you. Because, if you're not enjoying the content, then obviously you don't need to do it. And that'll indicate to me that maybe I should try different kinds of content. That's kind of how that works. Anyways, like, share, subscribe. Let's go. So evil. All right, let's go back to the beginning here. Grab my mouse. So we start off here with confirmation that True Charge is back. Not entirely sure. I mean, True Charge is great. Honestly, I was kind of hoping for something different. I like the True Charge play style, and it was fun in World, fun in Wild, fun in Iceborne, fun in its way in Rise and Sunbreak. Although in base Rise, I definitely played Rage Slash a lot more. And when I finally was able to build a set in Sunbreak that actually could use it, I also went back to Rage Slash. Excuse me, sorry. That actually was my preferred play style, was Rage Slash. I actually really loved that. It really just meshed with me so much. Being able to tank and attack it, it filled out the fantasy that I have for Greatsword of tank, bam. That's kind of how I prefer to play games, is the kind of a big tank that maybe takes damage to deal damage, and that's what Rage Slash did. It was very good at it. And the True Charge was more of a counterplay style. Now, True Charge requires more skill to play. I do have some of that skill. I'm not the biggest, chattest Greatsword user ever. Certainly am not the best at it, but I do have a decent understanding of it. I'm a little rusty right now, so if I hopped into a game right now, I'd probably stink up the place like crazy. Not in Iceborne, because you got the slinger attacks. What are they called? Clutch claw attacks, where you just like spam, boom, and you're instantly in a quickly charging True Charge Slash. Yeah, I mean, it's easier there. But in base world, the True Charge was difficult. At least more difficult. Now, they do mention somewhere later in here about the hit and run style gameplay. I do like that. Crit draw is actually my second favorite style to play. I like sniping monster parts with the crit draw and then just putting the thing away. I'm a simple guy. Also, it seems... it's a sound design thing mostly. And actually a little bit on the actual weapon design. Let's go take a look, by the way, at the weapon. Sorry, we're going backwards again. So taking a look at the weapon, it's sleeker. It's a little bit slimmer than I think it was than I remember it being, at least in World. The blade's a little slimmer. It does almost seem to move a little faster, maybe, in that True Charge. Has less range, it seems. And most importantly, it sounds thinner. That's how I would describe it. It doesn't have the impact that it really does in prior games. Now, that could just be the way the video is. Could have been the encoding. Could have been, not great sound staging in the video when they recorded it. Whole lot of things that it could be. And when we get to that, to actually try the game, we'll have our true actual results of the test. But it seems to be lacking a little bit in some weight for me on that weapon, on being the biggest, chattest, kill everything with big number weapon in the game. I'm a little bit disappointed in what I'm hearing right now, specifically the sound design of this. It seems lacking in punch and weight, which is not normally the case as far as I have experienced with Monster Hunter. So I'm a bit surprised at that. Hopefully, I am proven wrong later. I do have a lot of faith in the Monster Hunter team. Both teams, mind you, both teams do very good. They're different kinds of games that they make. But yeah, this True Charge is a little bit lackluster. As is that sound right there. So I do like the full charge, but that was a full charge, even if it's the first stage of the True Charge combo. That went dink when it hit the monster. And I would have expected a thud. Because it's not like you grazed the monster's face, like just bounced off the side of it. You square hit the thing in the face, right? I mean, let's look again, but I'm pretty sure we square hit it, we stagger it right here. Yeah, our guy staggers it right here, and it just lacks a little bit of punch. Maybe it's me. And it's not every attack, but that just seems to go like it's slicing through a little bit more than I'd expect. Also, we have a random use of the wide slash. who uses the wide slash? Who recorded this? That had more thud to it. That's a block. That was the monster's attack. And maybe that's the goal in this game. If that's the goal, that makes some sense, I guess. The entire design goal does in some way seem to be like, hey, you're out in the wilds. These are monsters. These are big threats, each of them. You know, this what is this, the Doshigama, right? You have to pull that thing away from its pack to be able to hunt it in the first place. Otherwise, you'll get swarmed by a group of large monsters, effectively. So you have to pull it from its pack and then try and take it down yourself. That could be the theme they're going for. If it's intentional, maybe it gets better as you get farther into the game and you get more powerful. I would actually be okay with that being a design thing. Just trying to, you know, be fair. I would be okay with that. That seemed to be a bit better as far as the weight, and we'll go back. I do like the block. I mean, you know, you do block sometimes. This attack right here is awesome. This counter attack, this focus mode counter, which, look at that mouth, that gaping maw right there. That's there's tongue. That's an image, but this is a great attack. I love this. Although I do worry with every weapon seemingly getting a counter. I hope they're more like specifically situational and not. I don't want to have a situation where it's like the oh gosh, what was the Greatsword counter in Sunbreak that made True Charge Slash better than Rage Slash again. Don't remember what it was called, but you could basically insta-counter any move if you timed it right and get an empowered TCS that just smacked the hell out of monsters. It was the optimal way to play for the majority of Sunbreak until it still probably was at the end, but there were sets that came close. At least towards the end. God, I don't remember what the counter was called, but it cost 2 wire bugs. Showing my colors, I haven't played Monster Hunter in a while. I'm a grizzled old veteran who hadn't done much in a while. Anyways, I don't want the game to become that. I definitely don't want wilds. If the next portable game becomes something more like that, that's okay, but that's not what I want in the mainline games. I'm a little bit akin to Rory in that I would prefer that the mainline games be a little bit more methodical, slower combat, realistic combat, instead of anime EI counter slash destroy monster. It is a really cool attack though, and the charge in afterwards is nice. Though that last, see, here we are again, where I'm just, this attack right here, it's really cool, by the way, but it lacks any sort of punch and weight to it. Like this run in right here is awesome. You're running in at the monster, very cool. You're running full speed at this thing and smacking it in the face with your dang blade. And the response is, dish. It's like a whisper. And then you full on, your back is to the monster. And you heave. Look at this guy's face. Look at this guy's face. Can I zoom in? No, I can't zoom in. Dang. Unfortunate. But we look at this guy's face. And it is in maximum effort. Just like he's putting freaking hard effort into this swing. He is swinging as hard as he possibly can here. Heaving this thing all the way over his body. Falling down. Backwards to heave this thing over his body into this thing's face. Look at him. He's straight up falling, almost backwards, to slam this thing into the monster. And our actual sound design for this is pathetic, honestly. Boosh. Chink. Chink. There's no stagger. There's no any indication that that was a powerful attack. It's just chink, chink. I'm a little disappointed in this video. And I shouldn't be, because I love the Greatsword. And it does look exciting to play. But I hope to God in the game it sounds better. Like that there had some sound and impact to it. This is awesome. That is awesome. But even that, you staggered the monster with a full true charge, and the sound is... I really hope it's just an issue with the video formatting. Okay. I sounded very negative in this, and I don't mean to, because I do like what I see. I just don't like what I hear. That's the only issue. Looks awesome. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just part of the video formatting. Maybe it's early on weapons sound worse and then later on weapons sound better. Maybe bone weapons sound better and metal weapons sound tingier. Could be intentional. I don't know. Hopefully it's fixed with the game. Otherwise, it's gonna hurt my enjoyment a little bit. I won't lie. Like, it's surprising. I don't usually care about sounds in games almost at all, but if they're bad, I notice, and that's, to me, bad. Maybe you can't hear it over the recording that I'm making right now. Maybe you can, but yikes. Great looking weapon, still, and I will absolutely be maining that unless... Well, when we get to the Gunlance video, you'll see the Gunlance looks so good. I'm actually super excited. Even without having seen the Greatsword video and being a bit disappointed in the sound design so far, or seemingly disappointed. Again, there's a caveat to this because we don't have hands-on. We don't know what it actually feels and sounds like. It could be better than it seems. Absolutely could be. Could be that was an older version and they didn't have the sounds fully worked out even yet. I'm well aware of that. But the Gunlance, even assuming that the Greatsword, everything about that video was this video here was exactly perfect, the Gunlance video makes it look so darn good that I am very tempted to just main that weapon in this game because, man, Rory is eaten. He is so happy right now, and I'm right there with him. Like I said in previous videos, Gunlance is my secondary weapon. It's my main weapon's Greatsword, Gunlance is second. Hammer's kind of pretty good there too, and then I like playing all the weapons, to be fair, but Gunlance is my second, and I love it a lot. There's a lot of... I think it's a more interesting weapon to build around, to be honest, because of the shield, being able to take guard skills, the fact that artillery, in past games at least, has been the only thing that affects the shelling damage, so attack damage wasn't necessarily as important unless you wanted to be optimal. If you wanted to be optimal, you still took attack damage, you slap lanced, blah, blah, boring. Honestly, we'll get to it when we get to that video. I'm not going to go into it here because that'll ruin the next video. Not the next one, but... Well, no, I'm going to do it next because I've already viewed all of these. We're way late on these anyway. I'm going to do them in the order I want, not in the order that they came out necessarily. So we're going to do Gunlance next. Look forward to that. Again, please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, all that nice stuff. Let me know how wrong I am about the sound design of this weapon, how I'm definitely just way off. They're going to fix it or it sounds perfectly fine. If you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Play the weapon. If you disagree, then it'll sound fine to you and you won't have any problem with it. I might not have a problem with it when the game actually comes out. I hope I don't, because I love the Greatsword. It is so much fun. But as of right now, I'm wary of where it's kind of at. I don't really know what else to say. Looks still fun, just doesn't have that punch. It's like they went somewhere in between Longsword and Greatsword almost, which is not what I expected at all. Maybe it's my expectations that are off. I don't know. Again, let me know in the comments if I'm way off, if I'm very wrong, how I'm a horrible, not a true Monster Hunter guy. I'm here for it. Thanks for watching, y'all. Catch you in the next one. Bye.